Hello everyone, my name is Gustavo Lopez. I am a 2016 LMU grad. I did my master's in pastoral theology at the theology department. Um, I went to LMU because I knew I wanted to go into chaplaincy. Now, I did not know, I did not, I didn't know what to expect at LMU, to be honest with you. So for me, chaplaincy is a new vocation. I used to be a teacher before, and due to budget cuts and all that stuff, I stopped teaching. And so I had to really step back and discern what it is what I want to do in my life. Thankfully, while doing that, I was able to, I was at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles at the education department. So I did that for about 5 years. And while doing that, I grew in my faith, and I knew that I wanted to do something where I could put my faith in action, right? And so chaplaincy was something that was introduced, and I thought that was something that I really would enjoy. And so I began to do research, and so I discovered that LMU had a pastoral theology program. Also knew that Kelsey Long Beach had one, and thankfully I was able to make it to LMU. I chose LMU and LMU chose me, and it is a decision I am extremely grateful for. Not only because it allowed me to prepare me for chaplaincy, but it really helped me form my theology. It helped me to grow and understand, academically what it is to be Christian and to grow in a spirituality, a Jesuit spirituality, which I'm extremely um, devoted to now and grateful that I have learned about Ignatius' teachings. But also, I mean, it was the campus and the staff at LMU and everyone that I interacted with, my classmates, my professors, Jen, she's awesome. Um, Everyone is great there. Everyone was helpful. Everybody was inviting. And so LMU really helped me to feel safe, and that helped me to grow as a person and as a person of faith. And so moving into chaplaincy I can see why it's so extremely important to have a grounded theology and have grounded psychology too. But I because of the Jesuit spiritual teachings I learned at LMU and being able to walk away from LMU with an understanding that God is merciful, God is loving, and that God is present for each one of us, and that God's in all things. That that spirituality and Gustavo as a chaplain has been able to bring that to my patients. So I currently work under Providence Hospitals. I specifically work under TKC, and that's Trinity Kids Care Pediatric Hospice Program, and so I am their chaplain for that program. So we attend to families at their homes whose children have been put in hospice, and so the care team will be the doctor, the LVN, the RN, the social worker, and I. And so we're there as a holistic presence. And I'm there to provide counseling to the families, for the siblings. I'm there to provide emotional and spiritual support. So for some families, it is prayer. For some families, it is scripture. But for other families, it's mainly, I would say about like 90% of the families, you know, are more interested in just talking and being heard. And so I do believe, and through my experiences that I've had as a chaplain, which I've been doing now for 4 years, um, I, I understand that we do bring Christ's presence into that room. And so it is important what type of Christ you're bringing into a room. Is it one of judgment, right? Is it one that is open to listen and be loving and obviously not judgmental? Um, that makes a big difference. And so families will, you know, we also have to remember that for some families, they have had bad experiences, and so when they think of the word chaplain, they don't necessarily expect me to come in, right? And so when I go in and I'm able to just be myself with them, and once again bring in those teachings that I did learn at LMU, you know, in my case, it's been very helpful and has allowed me to really connect with the families. And so I'm extremely grateful for LMU. Once again, I feel is the right choice. It prepared me well for that program, which eventually ends up being a 1-year residency program where you will continue to develop your theology, but it's much more practice, right? Right there, you begin to grow as a chaplain. But LMU gives you what you need to be a chaplain, which is that theology, a grounded theology. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say, to be honest with you, but I believe this video is for people who want to be chaplains, and it's LMU is the right place to be at. Thank you.